Welcome, 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 everyone. I think everybody can hear me, no problem. I'm Dr. Josh Montgomery, co-director of the Ohio Code Scholar Program. I think I've seen a lot of you. Um, and so welcome back. If you've I see McClellan up there in the corner. She's walking someplace doing something. Oh, so admitting people. This is our first webinar in a build series highlighting fun with coding. If you knew the reason for the naming, a Big Bang Theory fan and the Sheldon Cooper reference, I just could not resist. So I thought that'd be fun to do. So still admitting people here. That is great. This webinar series will focus on the build process of our STEM Min-iDome. This is the first time we've done this. We normally do a meeting in August, we do a meeting in December, and then we just kind of see each other throughout this whole process. When we decided to take this program statewide, we felt it was necessary to have a formal get-together time frame that you can have unfettered access to some of us so we can have conversations and give me an opportunity kind of talking about where we should be at in the stage of the process, where your students should be at, and if you're not there, then how can we help get you in that place? It was voted on that we should keep these meetings about 30 to 45 minutes. I could talk a bit, so I'll do my best to keep them short. I especially want the first meeting that we have to um, really focus on the 3D printing process. All of us should be 3D printing, or at least in the process of starting that. We should be finishing that up by the end of the school year and then getting into assembly. So I'm going to talk mostly today about 3D printing. I'm going to do more of assembly kind of stuff in December, but I want to give quite a bit of time for Q&A. I see a lot of names that are part of our new team that started just this year. I'm assuming you have questions. We're answering them as we go, and we have a lot of avenues to assist you with any problems that you may have. Okay, so if you can hold your questions to the very end. I think Ms. McClellan is also online with me as well, and I'm going to spend 10, 15 minutes just going through the 3D printing process, and then we're going to open it up to Q&A and questions and answer session. Okay, so. All right, let me share my screen and hopefully you guys can see this okay. I'm going to share my second screen over here, so you should see that. Let me move a few things out of my way so I can see what's going on. Mr. McClellan, can you see that okay? I saw a head nod. Yeah?
I couldn't find the silly unmute button. Yes, we can see. We're good.
Thank you so much. You should have this guide. It was in your welcome email packet. I think we've sent out multiple times. Hopefully you've looked at this. This is kind of where I get an opportunity to give you unfettered thoughts of things I'm working on or updates to the guide. We make changes to this. It's sad that we're in version 22, but yeah, we continue making alterations and changes to the guide as we move forward through it. The guide gives us an opportunity of being able to give you step-by-step directions on what we're doing. And I try to break it down in a table of contents to help you with that. Before I get into 3D printing, I will also go through section 1 and 2 just kind of briefly because I'm going to touch on those a little bit more in the future. But part 1, and I've answered this question a couple of times, you don't have to buy any parts or supplies. So if you're new to this program, if you're new to what we do, we authorize you on how many students you have. We do that through that opening survey that we do. Once we've told you how many printers you could buy, you buy the printer. Ms. McClellan then does a reimbursement process with you. After that, I then send you parts and pieces for all the robots. So there's no parts and supplies. The reason that section is in here is because we want to show you kind of what the parts and supplies will be that you're getting. But you don't have to buy them. We send those to you. We actually have a new assistant that started this week that's going to be doing that for everybody. And I'm very excited because I've kind of held off a couple weeks. I'm sending out some parts and supplies because waiting to train her to do that for us. Still admitting people here. Section 2 is curriculum. I'll flip through that and then I'll get to 3D printing to kind of talk more about the 3D printing process. So let's scroll on down. So this is parts and supplies. This is just the parts, like I mentioned earlier, that we'll be sending to you. So don't worry too much about any of those pieces. We'll send all those to you. And we go through all of these parts and pieces in detail in the guide. I also highlight them as I go through the build process with you in these webinars. So they're here for you to show your reference piece. The curriculum section, I'm going to touch on just briefly. There's 19 lessons in here. And I tell teachers frequently that this is, well, zoom out just a touch there. There we go. Um, this lesson plan guide, it's just a plan. You follow what you want to follow. At the end of the day, we have a rubric we want you to do. You should have gotten our judging criteria rubric. If you don't have that, I can get that to you of what you need to complete for the project, which is to open some panels, play some sounds, blink some lights, and have an input for the students to do all that work. The printing is where we should be at right now. So we should be basically right here. It takes about a day to print a dome. So this is kind of where you should be at this point in time. You also should be starting printing bits and bobs. I'm going to talk about that today. So this is where I'm going to focus my efforts is kind of right here today. Okay. Now in November, I'll talk about some prepping and sanding and making things look pretty. And then we'll go on to wiring and that kind of piece. So I'm just going to talk about printing today and then open up some questions. So you're welcome to look through ahead, work through these pieces, and the prepping and sanding and painting. These are all just thoughts and ideas I have on that. You don't have to follow that. It's completely up to you. You could use Crayola markers. It doesn't matter to us what it looks like, okay? So that's all up to you, what those look like. Those are just some ideas. And then it goes through the rest of the setups. I did create videos on the right-hand side to kind of help guide you through that. It is me just stepping through the entire build process. So you'll see videos on all of those. And I know a lot of our teachers that have worked on this project before, just kind of put those in their Google Classroom. Works out really well for them. So we'll focus on those later. So let's not get too bogged down in the minutia of all the processes. And I want to be here. This is where we should be. We should be 3D printing. So 3D printers, you should have one. If you don't, then you're hopefully in the process of purchasing one or it's on the way. I do know we've onboarded a few schools here recently, so you may still be waiting for your printer. It's okay. We just need to be done 3D printing by end of December. And so that's the goal is to have all that finished for us so we hit January running. We have 3 different versions of our mini domes. We have our V1, our V2, and then we have an alternative version that I'll mention today as well. Now, our V1 is the original dome. This is the original mini dome that I built. I designed this in 2020. In 2021, it was fully finished. In 2022, we showcased it at the Star Wars Celebration Convention in Anaheim, California. Some of you have built the V1. Some of you have been a part of that process. Really cool. I recommend the V1 if you've not done this project or you have younger kiddos. It's 100% fine if you do any of their versions. It's just the most limited options is the V1, okay? The V2 is just like the V1, except it has more panel. Oh, hold on. I'll mute Paula, dear. Oh, no worries. Heard little kiddos in the background there. Let's see here. Admit that person back in. Paula, I'm gonna mute you just for a little bit. We'll do questions afterwards, okay? Thank you. The V2 is like the V1, except it has all the panels opened in it. And I'm going to show you all the 3D files so you can kind of see everything. I recommend the V2 for any advanced students, high schools. If you've done the project before and you're looking for additional challenges, the V2 is a great option. We also have some alternative domes. Mr. Lewis, one of our fantastic educators, he's got a dome that he built that has some movable hollow projectors that stay inside and a different hinge system. Now you'll notice on our V2, we also have a different hinge to keep the domes together. So it's a 3D printed hinge as well. So, but let's go through some of these pieces. If you do flip down, you'll also notice we have our recommended shells, infills. I'll be honest, we're using Bamboo A1 printers. It doesn't really matter. You just leave the default settings. It's going to print great. Okay, so the A1 is a wonderful printer, can load everything up. We're not going to have any problems with that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about those settings. We did these recommended print settings when we were running some other printers. So the Bamboo A1 that you should have in your classroom, going to work pretty fantastic. So I'm going to flip down for a second. You'll notice here at the very top there is a Google Drive link. This goes to our Google Drive, or sorry, our OneDrive that has all this information in it. So I'm going to now flip over to that file, so show you these files and what you should be printing. Ms. McClellan, you still see that okay?
We're good.
So this is the download for our assembly. I have a copy of the guide. I don't know why I feel like need to have a copy of the guide in here, but I do have a copy of the guide. You probably couldn't got here without the guide, but it's in here. The other three folders in here are some Arduino code. This is mostly the Arduino IDE C++ code. If you're doing block coding, you don't have to really worry a lot about this, but if you are a more advanced teacher or you're doing this with C++, you could use this. I'm going to cover that in a different video. Don't worry about that today. Along with some audio files. If you are wanting a traditional R2D2 sounds and be some burps like my R2 back here behind me, that's what those files there are for. Don't have to do that. You could be like Mr. Cahoon's class and have your dome play Justin Bieber songs. It doesn't matter. It could do any MP3 sound that you want to. So here's the 3D files. I've already explained the 3 different folders. I'll go ahead and go into the V1 to kind of give you just a show of what that is that's in here. So in here, we have a series of files. And I was talking to a teacher last week about the guide and what to print and what not to print. I'm going to go back to the guide real quick to kind of show you what I mean by that, because I thought this was kind of interesting. So if you scroll down the guide, the very next section is assembly. And these are all the pieces that you need to make the STEM Min-iDome version 1. The version 2 is connected together in a hinge. And I have them labeled plate A, plate B, hinge A, hinge B. They're identical parts, okay? So they're just named different. So don't worry about if you print 2 pie plate A's, it's fine. I just named them different to show you that you have to print more than one. Each of these sections, these 5 pieces, all represent the hinge of the motor system that's going to push this pie plate out and back. That's what that's going to be right there. So you'll need to print all of those pieces. So if you look at our build, our 3D files to print, you'll see that we have all these pieces in here. You'll download these pieces on your Bamboo A1 and you'll be able to print them. And I have them separated. So the only reason I did that is to show that you need to print 2 of these. You need to print 4 of those. And you print 2 of those, 2 pie plates. The only thing you don't print 2 of is I did make an alteration of the dome so it's together. So if we take a look at the dome here, if you want to print all in one plate, which is what we did in the version 2 and what Mr. Lewis does in the his alternative version as well, it'll print like this. And you'll kind of see it's all one piece. There's some alterations to the dome, what you're doing with the kids. There's places for magnets here in the corner that we'll go through later during assembly. There's a plate here that we're going to put all of our electronics on eventually. The hinge here requires a piece of 3D printer filament that is in the guide that shows you it slides through here. And we customize the little projectors here so that a light slides into it so that you can easily slide it in and put a piece of glue on it to hold it in place. The other versions have all the panels open, so everything opens and moves and so forth. But for the basic, just get everything to blink, make sounds, and do stuff, I recommend this version. It's by far our most popular because it just does everything we want it to be able to do. Some other versions that we have, let me go back. I'll show you the V2 so you can see that as well. And the V2, little different than the V1 in the fact that we have everything kind of broken apart. And the V2 is a little bit like Mr. Lewis's dome. I do use his hinge on this dome. Good job, Mr. Lewis, on your hinge. It's fantastic. It's one 3D printed hinge. Makes it a little easier, definitely a lot more sturdy on the hinge side, but everything's open. You can kind of see through every piece of this. You have to print those parts individually, separately. The other alteration between those two is how the hollow projectors go in. And for this one, they slide in the back and they have to be held by something. The reasoning behind that is if you wanted that in place, my thought process was you'd want to put a motor there to control that. The other 3D files we have is the alternative files of Mr. Lewis's, and I know I have some Miss McGinnis files to put in here as well. I call this Darth Lewis's edition, which is very similar to the V1, except it has that hinge and it has a place for the hollow projectors to slide into and stop. Very nice addition as well. But you'll need to print all of those pieces. A roll of filament is going to print 2 domes. And then you're going to need some additional parts, bits, and bobs to be able to print the rest of the pieces that you need. So if you look at the V1, that's what all those are outlined. And if you take a look at your guide, pardon my Death Star background at my house, you'll see all the other pieces you have to print for that as well. So that's 3D printing. It's not a terribly difficult process. We do buy you the filament for everything that you need to do. We've bought a ton of filament here recently to print all the pieces. Takes a full day to print the dome. Doesn't take nearly as long to print the other pieces, but you will need more filament. So if you did have 20 robots that you're making, 10 rolls of filament is not enough. You're going to probably need a couple more additional rolls of filament just for the bits and bobs and pieces that you would need for the pie plates and the hinges and those kind of pieces. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to stop sharing and open this up to some Q&A. I'm sure there's a group of people here for questions and answers. So if we can handle this, please put a question or throw your hand up so that not everybody's talking at the same time, and we'll call and answer any questions that you may have. Got like the Vanna White music or something we should be doing right now, like hit the da na 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 na.
Melissa, did you have one?
Well, it looks like Joe.
Yes.
Go ahead, Melissa.
Oops.
Joseph, I'll get you after that. Okay.
I am brand new to this year.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm excited about this. I haven't received my 3D printer yet,
Okay.
or my parts that I need from you all.
Yep.
But I have a friend that has a 3D printer. Can we start printing those files on that so that we're not so far behind, or should I just wait until everything comes?
Miss Baker, you are with Eastern, right?
Yes, that is correct.
That's fantastic. And I apologize, Miss Baker. I thought you were with a different Eastern. I think we had this conversation.
Yes, we did.
You're not
Yes,
the
we
Eastern
did.
that's close to my college I teach at. So
Right.
that's why that holdup took place. We're so sorry. Yes, you can print those on any printer that's not the Bamboo. Do you have a printer coming? Did you guys buy one?
We just got the MOU in
Okay.
place, and I just put the requisitions in for it.
Perfect.
But
We
I
also
needed
have a
to
couple
touch.
teachers here that can help you, Miss Baker, or
Okay,
Barker, sorry, print.
Parker.
Miss Chamblin, Miss Amber Chamblin. I don't know if Amber's on here. Amber, are you on here? She emailed me earlier today. She's volunteering her time. She's done printing and we can print for you as well. So
Okay,
we could put out an email for anyone who needs assistance printing, and we could probably come together and help with all those prints, because some of the people are done printing, and I know some of the people that like yourself, and we have about 10, 15 schools that are new to the program that were added in the last month and
right.
didn't start printing in August, like some people have. So we could definitely help you with the process. So
Okay, that would be great.
yeah, absolutely. So to answer your question as well, yes, you can have your friend help print as well.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Joe, I think I saw your hand go up, buddy.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, cool. This is our first time, obviously, Wagner Road Junior High in Reynoldsburg. Yeah, we're excited about it. Our biggest thing is we just want you to understand, we feel confident with it. I've been doing 3D printing, gosh, for the last like 7 years now.
Uh-huh.
So I'm all pumped about this. I love the Bamboos. I'm so glad that they're Bamboos and not like Creality or some Anycubic or
Big
something like
Creatives
that.
last year, man. I tell you, we moved the Bamboo this year.
Oh, thank God, man. Yeah. I just got a mini one for my own home and I'm just pumped about it. But
nice.
Anyway, we're in our district, we're kind of obviously with everybody's district, we're just struggling with our finances first. So
yeah,
we're trying to find that available like funds right now because we're still going through our levy. But I just promise you that we're trying to move as fast as we can. I'm hoping that by this holiday season, around Christmas, I'll just start printing them like an assembly line and just pumping them out like crazy.
Hold on,
but
let me pause you for a second, Joe. So
yeah.
Are you saying you weren't able to get the 3D printer yet because your district has financial problems?
Yeah, right now we're trying our absolute best to find those actual available funds.
Yeah, no worries. Miss McClellan, I think probably has something to say about that. So Miss McClellan, go ahead.
There's a good workaround that we can actually make this happen probably early next week. So While we do try to work on the reimbursement piece, we do have an
Right.
MOU workaround where basically it's just the school signing off that you're going to take responsibility for the equipment, and we'll go buy it for you and we'll go deliver it to you.
Oh my
So,
God, that would be
yeah.
amazing, guys. Because it has been such a headache because we just had an election, obviously. So we have all
Yeah.
new school board members and a new
Yeah.
treasurer. So who has no
Yeah.
idea what I'm talking about. The other one did, but she didn't get reelected.
No, we're
we-
more than happy to work with that. So I'll work with Josh tomorrow, and we'll find out for sure how many of the filament, how many printers you need, so on and so forth. And I'll send the MOU ahead of time. And honestly, where it comes down to is that, you know, working in education, you're always tracking assets, right? And
Right.
so with the asset part of it, with us signing it over to you, that asset then becomes yours and not the college's. And so that's the reason
Okay.
we do that, so that you don't have to come to us if it breaks. You don't have, well, we still want you to, but we don't own the equipment. It is you that owns the equipment. So
Right.
I'll send that MOU to you. I've
Okay.
never had anyone blink two eyes on it, and then we'll go to Micro Center. We'll get it. We'll pick
Yeah.
them up, and we'll deliver them to your school.
Or you can meet me at Micro Center.
Yeah, there you go. That's another
Okay.
way.
Hey, man.
We'll take the
That's
credit
fun.
card.
Yeah, I
Let's go
love
to the
that
Micro
place.
Center and you pick a couple
I love
printers
that
up.
place.
Oh,
Yeah, I
right?
didn't know we were laughing and joking. It's great that I just saw Bamboo Lab. I think they cut like 40% off the A1, so it's now down to 350 instead of
Yeah.
100, and that includes the actual A1 combo kit as well. So
Yeah.
that was great as well.
Yes.
So
So
we'll just work together offline and we'll get it figured
Okay.
out. I'll send the MOU to you just so you can get a good
Absolutely.
view of it. And I honestly, it can be a principal, it can be you.
Yep,
It
I know
doesn't
exactly what
matter.
I'm sent to. Yep. Yeah,
Yep.
because that was another thing too. Our principals are getting frustrated just as well, and I'm like, hey, man, I'm working as best I can with our treasurer.
Yep. It's a good workaround. It's an easy one. It's one that we've done with several other schools. So we'll
Awesome.
do
You guys are the best.
for you.
That's great. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome, Joe.
Uh,
Paulette, so we will ship the supplies to you. We're going to start shipping out supplies next week. I believe Mel's online right now. Mel, are you here? Melanie? Did I see that she logged in or did I miss that?
I
thought I
saw
saw Mel.
Mary, but I didn't see Mel on
Oh,
there.
okay. Mel's not there. We have a new assistant that's going to handle purchasing, and she's going to be hopefully doing that next week. And so we'll start sending out all of the parts and supplies. And so you'll get tracking information from Amazon from us next week. So you don't have to buy any of the supplies. You don't need to know any of that stuff. We're going to ship it to you and tell you exactly what's coming to you. Paulette?
Maybe she was
Sorry,
doing
I'm on my cell phone.
Yeah.
So with that, do I need to let you know about the quantity? I know you know the quantity, so I don't have to worry about sending anything to Amy and stuff. It's gonna all be taken care of.
It's all going to be taken care of. You got
The only
15
time we-
robots, and we're going to send you 15 different parts and supplies to your school.
Okay, thank you. All righty.
You're
The only
welcome.
time anyone ever has to worry about the reimbursement piece is if you're buying stuff on your own that's been approved by Josh, and then that's when the reimbursement comes into play. But any of the small parts that we order, we just direct ship.
Okay.
So the only thing
Thank
we really worry about that reimbursement is on the 3D printer. It's just the biggest asset. Everything else is small in those kind of pieces.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome, Paulette. Joe Heather had a question. We just ordered the Bamboo Lab and has super fast shipping and are running a great sale. Yeah, they are running great sales. It's crazy how cheap they are. It's why we buy these as disposable assets, to be 100% transparent. These are part of the project. We can quickly produce these by buying a printer cheaper than us having someone 3D print them for you. Okay, so and then it's an asset for you to have in your classroom. You know what I mean? So like this, you could do more with this than just print our project. You're going to be done printing our project, if we've done our math correctly, in 20 to 24 days. You know what I mean? So like 22 to 24 school days, and you'll be all done. Teresa, I switched my phone to computer. Oh, cool.
Sorry. I just threw a question out there. I have
What's up, Teresa?
Is it okay if I purchase the equipment on my own dime and then they reimburse me, or does it have to go through the school?
So, are you ready for the equipment now?
I believe so. I haven't sent out the student surveys. I just I just started this like at the end. I was one of those tail end people that signed in
Yep.
like the day before. And I'm
Yeah.
like now trying to figure out everything that I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
This was going to be my like ask all the questions I needed. So
Yeah, you got it. Well, we're
I
here to
went-
answer all your questions. So first
I
off, you don't have to worry about that. You shouldn't need the equipment now until you're done 3D printing anyways. Are you done 3D printing?
that's what I don't have a 3D printer yet.
Ah, okay.
So
So
can
you,
I go to Micro Center? I'm going to Beachmont tomorrow. I can run up to Sharonville and grab it.
so you're asking about buying the 3D printer, right?
Yes.
Ah, gotcha. So I think we're gonna put you in the same category with Joe, in terms of obtaining a printer. How many projects are you doing, Teresa?
I have about 25 tag students.
Okay.
I probably won't do one for everyone because I go down to kindergarten to sixth grade. So I go sixth to
What
K,
school?
right? Elementary.
I just emailed you a little bit ago.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm K6 in it's like K6 tag students.
yeah.
I know it's designed for fourth through high school.
Yep.
So with those schools, I have about 12.
Okay. So we're looking at 12 projects then, right?
Mhm.
All right.
Uh,
Perfect.
well, one fourth grade. I didn't get, I'll get my numbers to you for sure.
Yeah.
So, but of the older kids, I would just do it for the older kids, not my younger kids for tag. And you'll put me in a group with Joe about getting me a printer.
Making some notes. So yeah, I think that falls in the same category because the reimbursement process has to go back to the school, and so you buying it personally becomes a little bit of a different asset tag for us.
I
So that's
get
where
it.
that
Yeah.
becomes like we can't like send you a check, that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
So there's a different MOU process though that Miss McClellan can do, and I think she could probably do something very similar to what we could do with Joe. And so does that sound about right, Amy?
Yeah, if I'm following, it'll just be, I think, another MOU just there.
Yeah.
We'll go pick up the printer unless your school has um, a credit card that you can go and take. But if not, then we can just pick up another one. Bright's easy to drop off to, right? It's in our area, so.
Yeah,
we
it's
can-
right there at Highland County. It's
taken
Highland
care
County,
of.
so we're good.
Yeah. Yep. So
Alright.
Josh will
That's a-
figure out how many you need. We'll get that printer, and probably you need filament too, would be my guess, correct?
Yes, I don't have any of that stuff. I avoided doing coding with my tag kids because I am so unfamiliar with it and it kind of freaks me out. But when Kara Jewelrit from Eastern, I think Eastern, she sent me information. I'm like, okay, here I go. I'm gonna try this.
Josh, you're muted. We can't hear you. His battery.
How about now?
There
Okay.
you go.
Yeah. I got excited. My leg bumped something. Yeah, we got you. Okay. So don't worry about any of those things. We're actually developing a software platform for block coding that we think will be really, really cool. I don't know I think if some of our veteran teachers are here, some of the veteran teachers are not here. I think a lot of them would tell you that we remove a lot of barriers. And I totally understand a project like this looks super intimidating. Year long, oh my goodness, we're printing and then we're assembling things. I've never done anything like this. Well, not many people have, and that's what we're here for. So we're going to help guide you through this process. If you're within one of our regions, we can send people to anywhere from basically Columbus down to Cincinnati and over. We'll be able to send students to your classroom if necessary. We have full-time people we hired. So we have a lot of ways we're going to kind of overcome those challenges and those burdens for you. So, but we do have to get your resources to you first, which is
I sat
obviously
down with Mark Holmes
first big
today.
piece. What's that?
Mark Holmes
Yeah.
from the high school. And I
Huh?
said, hey, this is coming and I am going to probably lean on you for information.
Yeah.
I am, oh,
You have a good network. You have a good network. So you're.
Yeah, Mark's
you're
right
right.
there. He's gonna be able to really help you out too. So you're in good hands. And Mark should have his printers. So have him start printing some stuff too.
Gosh, there was another question in the chat. So JD Williamson wants to know any guidance on the sanding materials to use on the domes. And are you
So-
saying that filament will be shipped next week?
So JD, guidance on sanding materials to use on the domes. So if you want any sanding, if you're going to go the route of sanding, JD, and go to that piece there, I just need you to send me what you want from Amazon and we'll buy that for you. In terms of filament, when you buy the printer, you should have also purchased filament with it. If you didn't do that when you bought the printer, all I really need you to do is send me an email and we could drop ship you some filament from Amazon. That's how we handle that. So we try to get all how you guys get the filament when you buy the printers. Next year's
like
process
picking
may
up
be
the
different. We're kind of working on a few things in the behind the scenes that we can't really talk a whole lot about now. But Amy and I just had a 2.5 hour long meeting with some people about changing the processes to make things easier on everybody. So
And I like picking out the filament. So I'm always happy to go to Microsoft.
yes, she'll
Know how
pick
to
you
work
out
with 3D.
rainbow and
Yeah. I don't know
all
how
kinds.
to do anything with 3D printing, but I love to pick out the filament.
The raspberry filaments. I think you picked out some.
I did.
Julie, if you're missing any pieces because the ship through Amazon, just let me know what you're missing. We could buy you additional pieces. That's not a huge issue if something was missed.
Yep.
Not a lot of money. Amy, you already answered that. Sorry.
Sorry. We're
And
good.
Mary said the same thing. JD, did you hear me by chance? Did you catch that?
Yeah, all good. He said,
Perfect.
thanks.
Perfect. And so I've been in DC all week. I just got back last night. I have a few emails from a few of you that I'm going to get to tomorrow. Tomorrow's my email day. Today was a meeting day. Amy and I have been in meetings since, well, all day. And look for us at the Higher Educational Technology Conference. I know we're coming up to the 30-minute mark time. I'm going to let people go. But I'll stay on for as long as you want to talk to me. We have a lot of cool things we're doing at OETC, so I'm very excited about that. But if you don't have any additional questions, that's what we're covering tonight. If you're feeling really, really good, that is awesome. If you are a little bit nervous, I totally understand. If you're looking for another place to commiserate, we do have a Facebook Messenger group. So if you're interested in joining that, we've got about, I don't know, at least half our teachers are in there, and it's a good place to be able to just ask questions. What I recommend you do, the easiest way for me to put you in that is just friend me on Facebook. I'll put my link here on Facebook on here, and I will throw you into that group, and we just ask questions in there. It's a little bit more of an informal process, and I think that works out a little better for a lot of people. So.
I think to Teresa's point too, just especially those that are new, if you run into issues and you really just want someone to come in and check things out and make sure you're on the right track and just kind of give you that assurance, like let us know. We have people that will go out and will provide that for you. So we want to make sure that you feel supported and you have what you need for your students to be successful and for you to feel confident in what you're doing. So please let us know.
I see Quentin's on our call right now. Quentin's one of our students that will come to your classroom. Quentin, are you able to say hi?
Yes.
So Quentin's one of my students, and he's part of the team. So you would see him in your classroom to help you out here when you have problems. So we have several students, and we have full-time people that come to your classroom as well. So that works out really, really great. Any other questions, comments, observations? So everybody knows what they're doing.
You're welcome. Thank you for those words, JD.
Absolutely, buddy. Absolutely. Well, perfect. Amy and I are going to stick around for a little while. If you got any questions for us, please let us know. I will also tell you we have some of our teachers that we have under contract that help technically. So Mr. Lewis is here right now. He's one of those teachers, super great. We'll come to your classroom to help as well. So when you do have problems, we have systems for you. You can email us and let us know, and we'll come and help you. We are setting up a help desk software platform so that you can put in tickets so that we all know and we all can help each other. We've grown to a point, thanks to you, we've grown to a point that it is now, we need other systems than just email Amy or Josh. So we need some other ways to maintain what we do. And we want to keep that same quality that we've had throughout all the other teachers' experiences. And so that is awesome. Thanks, Melissa. Thanks, Joseph, Teresa. Mona, look forward to seeing you rock and roll over there in Westfall as well. So, and you'll see Amy and I will visit you guys as we get kind of further past the 3D printing stages, and we have lots of new things to share with you guys of things we're working on. We're very excited, pumped for all the things we're doing. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for the 35 minutes. You'll hear from us very soon.
Thank you all.